but her father, Robert Maxwell, was I don't know how else to describe it, but I found him to be a disgusting person. Like, he would pee off the side of his helicopter landing pad onto people below him. He would wipe his bum with the common towel in the bathroom. He would throw food at people. He would degrade them. He had very little respect. But there were a few people that he loved, and it was Ghislaine Maxwell. It was in a weird way, kind of like how Trump feels about Ivanka, where it's his most beautiful child. So he would bring her to events and have her on his arm, much like where the person your wife, you know what I mean? She would substitute for his wife, Betty. And so he was proud of her beauty and her Rolodex and all of her friends. And so there was a part of him, but they would meow at each other. It was very bizarre. Like, they would get
Mm.
on the phone and meow, but there was also a part of him that was quite cruel to her. And actually, Jeffrey was very cruel to her too, and he would degrade her. I learned this from her friends. A part of the power of the Maxwell series is I kind of got into the psychology of Ghislaine too through her friends, and they said that Jeffrey would yell at her, and she would cry. And actually, the houseman said the same thing too. And she didn't like going out and looking for girls. She loved him, and she wanted him to love her. But I think she had that similar relationship with her father, where she desired the love of her father and never really got it from him, even though he named his yacht the Lady Ghislaine. And Jeffrey was a manipulative person. He would give people a little bit of what they wanted and then take it away. And, she was lost after her father died. And we know that he had a connection with Jeffrey Epstein. So there are a lot of questions about whether he stole all this money from the pensioners of the Mirror, the newspaper that he owned. And it's unclear if he actually sent that offshore to Jeffrey Epstein to manage for him. And that's why Ghislaine Maxwell said in legal papers that he promised to provide for her for the rest of his life. Was it just to run this massive sex trafficking operation? Or was it because there was an agreement before, that he could manage the father's money? So there are a lot of questions there. He is a man of mystery. He's believed to have been involved in not just Israeli intelligence, but also KGB. He came from Czech Republic, changed his name. He was also involved in MI6. He was a member of parliament. I mean, this is a fascinating man. It actually is very similar to Succession, his story. And some people believe that it's actually the Succession series was based on him and not Rupert Murdoch, who was his rival, that it's sort of a blend of the two. But actually, the more you know about Robert Maxwell, the more you think it was actually based on Maxwell than you do think it was based on Rupert Murdoch. But the family is very strange.